What is up, y'all? Welcome to the Three Wheel Golf Show, where Spencer and I talk shop. We always go for it too. You know, we're never laying up on a par five, and we obviously never three putt. Because who would? You know what I'm talking about? That's what Jack says. He never three putted on the last hole of a major championship, and Spencer and I subscribe to the same mindset. So we never three putt. On this show, we talk about the previous week in professional golf, who won, who lost, who's trending, and then we give our expert picks, which I'm currently 1-4 against Spencer. In our week-to-week bet. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But as far as who we think is going to find themselves in the winner's circle in the upcoming week. And then we'll have guests on the show a couple times a month to talk about their life, business, and their love for the links. And we'll get into it into this episode of the Weekly Wrap, just as a quick heads up for y'all out there listening and or watching on YouTube. This month we'll have my swing coach, Todd Meyer, out of St. Louis, Missouri. He coached out of Boone Valley for, I think, 15 or 16 years, which is a incredible golf course out there west of St. Louis. And then now he's currently teaching out of Algonquin, which is an incredible private country club right there in St. Louis. And so that's where I see him currently. So he and I are going to be doing a playing lesson / podcast. So that'll be filmed and recorded both for audio and video for y'all. But we'll go ahead and jump into this episode of the Weekly Wrap. And we'll talk about Russell Henley here in a minute. Spencer, we were just chatting. You had a good weekend, played a little golf. Wife's about to have a baby, so you're just flowing, man.
Yeah, kind of getting around in here and there when I can.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Just the one round this weekend. 18 holes out. Staley fired him 78 after only shooting one over on the front, but hey.
Yeah. It happens.
It is what it is. We're playing golf right now, so
that's what I'm talking about. We're playing golf.
Yeah, we're thankful for that.
Yeah. I played. The intent was to play 18 today. Our tee time was initially 9, and then Addie was like, she was committed to going, but she was like, it's like what's it gonna be? And to be fair, there was no wind and it was sunny today, so even at a 36 degree 9 o'clock tee time would have felt fine, but there was one opening at 10:20. Well, it didn't matter. There was a frost delay, and so we didn't end up going out until 10:45 anyways. And so that ran into Rory's nap time. We didn't get a finish, which I'm bummed because I shot even par on the front, and I could not find a fairway to save my fucking life, bro. Literally could not. I hit 2 fairways. I think I hit 3 or 4 greens, but I was scrambling. I drilled a 50-footer on the 4th hole to save par. Addie was freaking out. It was wild. I'm bummed because I'm like, I certainly was not hitting the center of the club face a whole lot, but at the end of the day, I was still making pars and scoring. So, like you said, dude, we're playing golf. We're in the thick of it. I'm hopeful that the snow is gone for good, and that we can just keep playing some golf week to week. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely tired of the snow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. When you told me, last week you were like, and I didn't know about it, you said, I think they're calling for snow on Wednesday. Sure enough, dude, we woke up Wednesday morning and there was a 1/4 inch of snow covered the ground.
Yeah.
Fortunately it was gone Thursday because it was like 50 degrees, but
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and dip into the Arnold Palmer Invitational, dude. Just an awesome week of golf. It's one of my personal favorite tournaments of the year. Before we get into Russell Henley, because I'm excited to talk about him. He's had a great career and he's in the latter stages of his career. But again, as I prefaced in the intro, I'm 1-4 against you now. Rory took Hideki down. You're kind of flowing, dude, with your picks. You're kind of hitting the good ones.
Yeah. I'd spend a little bit of time preparing for them. And I've watched a lot of golf this year, so I should be able to kind of pick guys that are playing well. Man, I really thought Rory was going to take it down after Thursday, and even he didn't play terribly Friday. With him right where he was going into the weekend, I thought he was probably going to take this one down, and I think he kind of just lost the driver a little bit over the weekend. He didn't drive it like he normally does, and he missed a few putts that he
typically doesn't
wouldn't make or would miss normally. So his game's right there.
Yeah.
Did you see his interview talking about his woods setup
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
right now?
I
He
heard
put
I
in,
heard he made massive changes to start
he
the
did.
fourth round,
He did. Well, yeah. He went back to his old setup to start for the fourth round. This week he went
which was
in.
what? Do you know the details of that?
So he went to, it's a, instead of having the mini driver like he had last year, he went to a stronger 3 wood. Basically, he's doing what the mini driver was doing for him. Like he said that he carries at like 290, 300. And then he went to a 5 wood that he like kind of turned it down to almost a 4, and he's hitting it like 260 or something like that, 270.
That's absurd.
And yeah. And then he had a 3 iron in the bag as well. And then he was using 2 wedges all week. He went from like whatever his lob is
Yeah.
um to
Two
like
wedges. That seems odd.
yeah, he went to like a 46 or 47 degree wedge.
I mean, so
Yeah, he was
that's got to be his pitching wedge effectively.
basically yeah. So, I don't know. He went
And then what,
to
like a 54 or 56, something like that, maybe?
yeah, it was something strange like that. I mean, when you have a 3 iron and a 5 wood and 3 wood driver, you got
Yeah,
to take
yeah.
a. I
You
mean,
got
it's
to
pretty
give up
much
something
you're
on the
going to
short
take
end
a
of the
wedge
bag.
out.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right.
and so, yeah, I don't know. He went back to his old stuff that was a little bit more spinny.
Yeah.
For day 4. I mean, I guess he
Played pretty well
played
today.
well today.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Hard to
I don't
say if
know.
you can credit that to the equipment changes,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
um, I was in the same thought process as you, dude. After Thursday, he came out hot. Friday, he played fair, maybe a little better than fair. So I was kind of like, really every day I'm checking like, where's Hideki at? That's where I was, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And he wasn't far off. He played okay on
yeah,
Friday. He was only a few strokes back. And knowing how tough Bay Hill is, like Rory could easily go out and maybe shoot a 73, 74. Hideki could shoot a 70, 71
yeah.
and get himself back into our competition for me. He didn't do it. But as you stated earlier, dude, Rory's driver was vacant,
Yeah,
and you
not
got to
what
hit
he
fairways at Bay
normally
Hill.
is.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter who it. I mean, look at Russell Henley, perfect example. And like I said, we'll get into him in a second, but you got to hit fairways out there to win at Bay Hill. And the winning score was 10 under, right?
11.
11. Okay,
Yeah, it was
that's right
11.
because he went eagle and par. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So not far off a single digits, which is what we kind of chatted about and hoped for. But yeah, dude, I mean, you're not making birdies out of the rough, and you're really working tough for a par out of the rough off the tee, So, Russell Henley, man, give me your thoughts. That was nobody's pick coming into this week.
No, I mean he's been playing well. Like
Yeah,
he's been trending well. He played well last year. He got that captain's pick.
yep, yep.
And I'll be honest, I was the one that was like, yeah, Russell Henley. Like I don't know. I was wanting to see someone like Bryson DeChambeau
Yeah,
get picked last
yeah,
year. You had Billy Horschel playing some really good golf at the end of the year. Didn't get picked. A few guys like that. But then he went there and played really, really well, and he's played solidly to start the year. He's not like super super duper long hitter. He pretty much
no.
just hits pretty tight ball flight
Got a pretty goofy swing
everywhere.
too. Got a,
Yeah,
It's honestly, I mean, it's on plane. His takeaway is great, but his follow through is a little funky. It's
yeah,
kind of short and abbreviated in a way, but
makes it work.
makes it
Man,
work, dude.
I don't think I've ever seen someone show less emotion after a
After that
win.
eagle, well, especially
That,
that eagle. I know.
yeah, the
Well,
eagle.
you have to
I can
imagine
almost see it with the eagle because if that doesn't hit the pin,
he's
it's
off the
going
green,
off the green by
off the
like
green.
4 feet.
I was gonna
He
say at
might
least. I
not.
was gonna say 10. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's definitely probably not making birdie if that
definitely.
doesn't hit the pin.
Right.
Uh, I mean that break right there. I mean that was the tournament.
Yeah. You could see
right there.
it sucked the life out of Morikawa when he hit when that went in, because you know that. Well, dude, like I posted this on my story
I mean, it was.
in regards to this, is like you have to have some luck
Oh yeah,
when it comes to playing a clutch round in golf. You don't just stripe every shot. You'll hit one that's errant and it'll come back in bounds. You'll hit a chip it's online, but you gassed it, but you catch the pin and it goes in, right? There's an innumerable amount of examples, but like, dude, it sucked the life out of Morikawa and it flipped the script immediately because, dude, Collin played so good all week. He really
yeah,
deserved to win. He didn't really do anything wrong today to lose.
not
But
really.
the scores were so tight. He didn't have a 5-shot lead. He had a 2-shot lead. I think he had 3 shots
And
at one point, you know?
yeah,
So,
yeah, he did. But yeah, I mean, Henley, went out and made some birdies, and he obviously got that chip in there.
his back nine was clutch.
Yeah, yeah. So he went and tracked him down.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Just made not birdie in that last par five. Hurts.
Yeah.
He had one bogey where it was like he was 100 yards out or something like that, and tried to hit a wedge, and it got nowhere near the green because it was such a terrible lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a fun leaderboard though. There was a lot of guys that were right there down the stretch.
Yeah.
You know,
I was hoping Jason Day would put up a better number today. I
so
was wanting to see him get in the mix. You were going there.
that's exactly what I was talking. Yeah, I mean, it was hole 16, the par five. He's got 195 in, and it's just a perfect 6-iron for him. But his ball's in the middle of the fairway and got a huge clump of mud right on the back of the ball. Then it comes out and just snake hooks left and goes in the water. And I don't know. For me, I think that's something that should be cleaned up in the game of golf. When you hit a tee shot, the point of the tee shot is to hit it in the fairway or on the green on a par three, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm on a par four, I hit it in the fairway, I should get rewarded for that. There's no way I should ever be punished for hitting it in the fairway. I shouldn't have to hit it out of a divot, and I shouldn't have to hit it with mud on my ball. There's just no reason that can be cleaned up in the game of golf. I mean, there's just no one's going to convince me otherwise on that.
Dude, I'm right there with you because it's such a simple explanation. There's an objective on every shot, right? Off the tee ball, it's fairway, like you said, or par three green in regulation. And then your second shot, which is your approach, is either green in regulation or a missed green. If you accomplish those two things, you shouldn't be penalized for it.
No.
Wipe the mud off your ball, dude. Or if it's a divot, you get a club length, put a tee in the ground, and drop it. Like, that takes no time out of the game. That doesn't disturb pace of play at all. Get on with it and let guys go about their way. It surprised me, dude, that those two rules haven't been adjusted in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just so many probably just hardos on the rules that don't want to adjust that. There's no player that's going to sit here and say
vote against that. No chance.
Yeah, there's no way there's any of them that are like, oh yeah, no, we'll hit it with mud on the ball. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
never.
That was if J-Day, flushes that 6-iron, hits it tight, and makes an eagle there, he was at 8 under. That could have put him at 10, and then who knows what happens coming down the stretch. But instead, it hooks over into the water, and then he's pissed because the tournament's over now. I mean, he's not winning the tournament now.
Yeah.
And, he kind of implodes from there. But it's like, man, like that little thing, if he gets a clean golf ball there, like, who's to say he couldn't have flushed a 6-iron and, made a putt and gone on and won the tournament, or got to 11, gotten in a playoff. So I hated to see that.
No, I'm right there with you, dude. It's like, it's just one of those rules. It's like, there's the board of the PGA Tour, and there's the traditionalists that influence the board and the tour. Dude, get over yourselves, man. Like,
Yeah.
The populace, the majority wants it a certain way, adjust accordingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. A guy who I was really, really rooting for, I didn't pick, obviously, but he's been trending, been playing good golf again through the fall, kind of found his game again since winning the PGA Championship at Southern Hills. Justin Thomas had a great week. Unfortunately, didn't play great today, but he played solid golf most of the week, and his really what derailed him was number 6 yesterday. He was right there. He was in contention. He was top 5, and he throws his tee ball into the water, on 6 along par 5 that Bryson basically drove almost to the green. So I'm looking forward to see him next week. I'm thinking he's going to play another good round. He's won the players, etc. And so that was a guy who I was like, man, it was bummed to see him not find himself in the mix. But
yeah, good to see him in good form.
Yeah.
How about I don't want to dunk on someone, but how about
Please
your
do.
guy Max
Please do.
Homa paying homage
bro.
to he paid homage to
dang it.
Kobe again.
He scored 81, bro. Scored 81.
Yeah.
Man, he's just Bay Hill talked about it, dude. It's a tough track. There's no other way to talk about it than it's tough. It's tight. It's long. There's penalty shots everywhere that are available. And if you are remotely not in a good headspace, 81's around the corner all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't the only one to shoot one in the 80s on the weekend.
Well,
actually, there was quite a few.
And how hard was Thursday, by the way? I mean, to be fair, like Thursday, scoring average was almost 75. So, I hated it for him, dude.
Was it the morning wave was quite a bit tougher than the
way harder, way harder.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet the morning wave average was like 76, and the afternoon wave was probably 74, maybe 73 and a half, but still over par, considerably over par. Yeah, man, Max, that's a tough scene. That's just a tough scene for the guy. He'll pull it around, dude. That guy is the epitome of a grinder. He grunted it out on Korn Ferry Tour for a few years in this same type of situation. He had rounds in the 80s. He was not playing well on the Korn Ferry Tour for a few years. I don't have any doubt in my mind that he'll find his way through this. He'll get adjusted to his new swing coach, this John Scott guy or whatever, Rattan we were talking about last week. And he'll find himself back winning again, because he had a great couple seasons there in a row where he was winning. He was playing fantastic golf. He was finishing close in majors. And Russell Henley is a perfect example of that. The guy's now a 5-time winner on the PGA Tour. Granted, he hasn't won for 3 years, but when you win, dude, when you do something really, really good, you can fall back on that. You can draw on that experience. You can put your head in that space where you were and get back to that moment. Now, unfortunately, Max he's struggling coming out of the fall, struggling in the spring, but we'll see.
Yeah. The players actually posted a video, Sunday scenes. There's quite a few guys that are already there. Max was one of them.
So he missed a cut. He missed a cut and went up to Ponte Vedra.
Yeah. They showed him working on the range. It looks like what he was rehearsing. He's trying to get more back to fate bias.
I mean, he's got this. I saw that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. No shit, 4 weeks ago, because he played Arnold Palmer, but he didn't play the 2 weeks prior. That big left move through the finish, right? That's what he's working on, is kind of that thing Tiger was doing for a long time.
I think he's trying to get somewhat back to it. I think he went he pretty much just faded the ball everywhere, for the last 3 or 4 years. And then with this swing coach, they got him a lot closer to neutral, to where he could draw the ball a little bit. And neutral's kind of a dangerous place to be. I mean,
yeah, because you open up a two-way miss.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you're really, really good, neutral can be, really, really good if you're on.
Yeah, if you hit if you're Ludwig right? As an example, Ludwig's literally the closest person on tour that hits neutral. You could maybe make an argument for a handful of other guys, but Ludwig is that guy. But even still, he hits a little push. He hits a little 5-yard draw or a little 5-yard cut. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I think for him, Collin Morikawa,
he moves a lot,
but he's a left to right ball flight with darn near every club he's got. You're never going to see him hit a draw with a driver.
No,
and he plays some pretty damn good golf.
Yeah,
that's shows with the irons.
No, 100%, and that's the majority of tour players is that they eliminate a side of the golf course and they commit to that. And unless there's a situation where they have to, here's the thing: they all know how to hit it both ways.
Yeah,
you and I, at around scratch golfers, we know how to hit it both ways. But at the end of the day, there's a probability involved, and they're playing to that probability as much as they can, like as often as they can, right? And so, like Morikawa, dude, and even him, like he's kind of the anomaly where he says, like, I can draw the ball, but my draw is really a straight ball.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, we'll see. Collin had a good week. Russell Henley, dude, like we were talking about, 4 wins, got his 5th today. Kind of really boosted his career. I think he's 35, 36.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, so.
He's been around a long time. Yeah, I can remember
signature
when I first got into golf. He was the guy that was up there.
So. Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah.
You don't like that.
Not really. There's a lot of them on
better
tour,
than a Florida State guy, though.
Exactly. Yeah. It's tough to avoid Georgia Bulldogs on the PGA Tour. Right now.
That's true. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They turned out some really good golfers.
Is Kuchar a Bulldog? No, Kisner's a Bulldog. Yeah. Brian Harman's a Bulldog.
Cooch was Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. That's right. Yeah. And then obviously, Russell Henley.
Straka.
Yeah.
Harris English.
Yeah.
They've got a lot.
There's a lot. Well, dude, congrats to Russell Henley, dude. Like we were saying, it spiked his career. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure based off the standings, he was already in the field for the Masters, U.S. Open, etc. But still, I'm guessing, I didn't look at the payouts, but he probably got a $3 million payout at least. It was a $4 million.
Yeah.
So he got a $4 million payout this week. Boosted his career, guaranteed 3-year, exemption on tour. So, huge for him, man. Let's go back really quick to at the start of this, when you were talking about, like, he had little to no reaction. So it started on 16 when he made that chip and eagle, right? What's crazy is the reason I think that he didn't have much of a reaction is because the reality is up until maybe 14 when he made that second birdie on the back 9. But even still then, he was 2 back. He probably didn't think he had a chance to win because Collin was playing so consistently.
Yeah.
So you make that eagle and you go, okay, now I'm up 1, but so what, right? And then he wins the thing on 18, and even still, he didn't have much of a reaction. It was just, he was starstruck. Not starstruck, he was awestruck.
Yeah, I found myself when I was watching it today, he chips it in, and I was like, wait, he's leading now.
Yeah,
he's the leader.
All of a sudden.
I was like, oh, wow. Yeah, it was kind of a shock when it happened. Yeah. You thought, he got to 1 back, but Collin was playing really solid. And then, all of a sudden, hoops that chip, and you're like, oh, he's winning now. He's in the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he does not show much emotion.
No.
That's what I'd say. Smile a little bit, man.
Yeah. You
just won a lot of money.
Especially on that one. Like, you would think that it's one thing if, he hits that chip perfectly to where it's like give or take cup speed and it goes in and you're dialed because you hit a great shot. But, like, bro, you got away with one there.
Yeah.
If that misses a half inch left or right, you lip it out at best, and you go 5-6 feet by. Hi, El.
Say hi.
Hi. For
How you
y'all
doing?
listening, Spencer's sweet little daughter, Elle, jumped on. Hey, Elle. Hey, Elle. Can I talk to you real quick? Hey, are you excited about having a little baby brother or sister?
Are you excited to have a little baby brother or sister? Oh my gosh. All right. You better go get mom, okay? Love you.
Yeah, I just realized whenever I asked her that, I was like, yeah, she can't hear me because you got headphones on.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Let's get into next week, man. The Players Championship, 5th major. Honestly, like, I think it's it, I think it's a better tournament than the PGA Championship. I get why the PGA Championship is a major. Personally, like, I could put it above the Open Championship, but that's just me, and that's just me being kind of like a dumb American
Yeah.
saying that. But at the end of the day,
Oh,
like, it's
go upstairs, honey.
I could put a 4th on the list. I could put it above the PGA. She's all right, dude. It's no big deal. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say you could maybe say you could put it above the PGA. The one thing now that puts it probably below the PGA is the fact that we don't have the live guys in the field for it. Because
Yeah, right.
it used to be, it was the toughest field in golf was the Players. I mean,
The
that's what
players,
it
yeah.
was known for. Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
toughest field,
Yep.
majors, everything. That was always the toughest field. And now it's just kind of not really the toughest field. But I wouldn't put it above the British Open.
Yeah, that's a bit.
That's
You're right. That was a bit bold. That was the whiskey talking.
yeah.
Um, I'm gonna check really quick. Winning
I've got my
score.
first pick for you.
Okay, hold on one sec. Was trying to see. Okay, so the winning score. Okay, I'm not finding it. If my memory serves me correctly, because I don't want to spend too much time not chatting on here and just doing Google search, but if my memory serves me correct, it's typically never like a 20 under par, but it's typically always over 10 under par, right? We're talking maybe 12 to 16, 17 under par.
Yeah, I think it's usually like right around that 10 to probably 15 under
Okay.
par number. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
think last
Sawgrass is
year,
a tough golf course. Let's not
yeah,
pretend like it's not. It's a very
yeah,
tough golf course.
really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially I think it maybe got tougher when they moved it because it used to be like later in the year. It was like middle of the summer whenever it happened. I mean, now it's springs before the majors.
Yeah.
Um, I think maybe that made it tougher.
Hard to
I don't
say.
know. They can probably bake it out a little bit more in the summer to make it
Yeah.
tougher.
Well, just
But
the layout in general is, I mean, it's tight fairways. There's trouble left
yeah,
and right all over the golf course. So,
yeah,
all right, man.
fun field.
You're 4-1. Who you got?
I am actually gonna go with the guy you picked this week. I'm taking Hideki.
You're taking Hideki. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a elite ball striker, and
Yep.
that's kind of what you have to have at TPC.
Yeah, for sure.
You just got to be able to really strike it out there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my pick.
Okay. I'm going to take JT, dude. Like I said, I was kind of prefacing that earlier. Like I said, he's won it before, which, by the way, if we go back to that round of golf, that was literally, that 4th round was one of the best rounds of golf I've ever watched in my life. With the win, his ability to work it both ways and find fairways and score, it was just incredible.
Yeah, came out of nowhere.
So we'll see. Yeah. Another good matchup for you and I head to head this week.
Yeah. My alternate for, God forbid, I'm taking Adam Scott.
Okay.
I
like that pick. He's been playing good. Yeah. He was right there this week too. He was not far off. He kind of fell off Saturday, Sunday, but I mean, going into the weekend, he was playing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elite ball striker.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna go with Ludwig, but now given Russell Henley, I'm taking Russell as an alternate. But
Right.
well, actually, no, I don't know if I can take him. Well, no, I guess I can. I mean, he's already in the field, but at the same time, if JT was to DQ for any given reason, yeah, he would fill
Yeah.
that void. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
I really need JT to beat Hideki this week, bro, because I'm 4-1. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 1-4. I'm 1-4,
Yeah.
and it's a
Yeah.
long season. It's a long season. Which, by the way, let's clarify on that. We're going through the Tour Championship, right? That's the agreement.
I think so. Yeah.
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 I mean,
Let's do
that's
that.
technically the end of the season. So,
Mhm.
okay.
Question: do we want to make the majors worth 2?
Um, yeah, we can do that, I suppose. I don't really think that. I mean, I don't know if that really is. It, to be, I mean, because here's the thing, dude. It's just a golf tournament. Like as an example, the PGA Championship when Brooks won it at Bellerive in 18, he won it at like 14 under par. So it's not like the difficulty of the event as a given major.
Yeah, it just means a little more.
It just means a little more, I guess that's the standpoint. Yeah. You want to do 2? You want to give it 2? I mean, it's only 4. It's only 4. So out of the what,
Yeah.
28
Yeah.
events between
Yep.
January 1st and Tour Championship and late August or September, whatever it is.
Yep.
It doesn't amount for much. Okay. Which that's good because that gives me an opportunity to get back in the game
That's
here
what
come
I was gonna
Masters
say.
PGA Championship. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. JT versus Hideki. That'll be good. I haven't checked the weather. Have you looked at the weather at all for Ponte Vedra?
I have not. No.
Okay. Let me take a peek at that because that plays such a massive role.
Yeah. Checked our weather. We got a good week coming up. So.
Are you going to sneak out there and play some rounds during the week, or?
Yeah, I'll probably get a few quick 9s in. At least be able to grind a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Log some hours on the range. Hopefully, get that toe ball eliminated that you were talking about earlier.
Exactly.
Okay, Ponte Vedra. There we go. Okay, we'll go 10-day forecast. All right, tune it in here. Okay, so it looks like on the 13th. Okay, so a little something to chat about in terms of weather. So Thursday, Friday look pretty good. 75 degrees. Partly cloudy Thursday, Friday. A little bit of wind on Friday. It says currently 12 mile an hour. That's not much to speak of. But on Saturday, on moving day, we've got 77 degrees, 21 mile an hour winds all day long. So that means we're probably gusting at 25, 30. And then Sunday is rain, 70% chance. So granted, we're a week away. So that could certainly change. But if it doesn't, that'll make things dicey for the weekend.
For sure. For sure. I mean, my pick Hideki. Scott Scheffler's going to win again.
You think so? You think he's going to run it back three-peat? You think he's going to three-peat it? I don't know.
He was the
He's
best driver in the field this week.
I know. I saw that.
His driving
and ball striking.
Yeah. His irons were a touch off, but his driver's been what's plagued him for the most part to begin this year. It's something that means a little bit more. I'm sure he'll probably run into a few putts.
You think Scotty's going to win this thing?
If he's driving it, I mean, he drove it better than anyone else in the field this week.
Yeah, but he putted so poorly all week long, and the previous weeks he played, he's putted bad. So,
yeah, TPC though, it's one of those places. I mean, if
he's won it back-to-back years, right? So he just shows up to the place thinking, "I own this motherfucker." Like that's basically where he's at, right?
If he continues driving it that way, yeah, I think he's gonna take it down again. It wouldn't shock me one bit.
Yeah.
Like I would consider betting his odds, even though they're terrible odds. I think he got like
What is
4
he?
to 1. It's like 4 to 1 at the beginning of the week.
They give
for
him 25% again. Jesus.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
night, dude. That's bananas. That is absolutely bananas.
Might have been 450, but yeah, he's
still.
For someone to win a golf tournament at the beginning of the week, we haven't seen odds like that in quite a while.
Yeah. Well, dude, we're in the prime time of Arnold Palmer, in my opinion, launches the prime time season of professional golf. You get this Florida swing, you get Players Championship.
Ooh, one other thing. Did you see who won Puerto Rico Open?
Yeah,
Alpo
dude.
Field.
Huge.
Yeah. Sunday Red guy.
Kid. Yes.
Yeah.
That was big stuff. First professional win. Huge stuff. Puerto Rico's that's a tournament. I mean, so Bryce won down there. I'm pretty sure that was his first win.
Billy
That's a good
turn there last year.
Billy won there last year. Yeah, he played great that week, and they had wind out the wazoo last year.
Yeah, he beat Wesley Bryan by a shot.
Yeah.
He came out and just shot something stupid low on the last day.
I think he shot 64 or 65. Yeah.
Cool story there. So
yeah, absolutely. I saw if Luke Clanton shared him on a story, giving him a quick shout out, which is huge. So yeah, man. Good stuff. All right. Well, y'all, I think that'll probably wrap it up for this week's weekly wrap. We're taking Hideki for Spencer, Justin Thomas, Roll Tide for myself. Hopefully I can close the gap a little bit, get it to 4-2 this week. I would hate to go down 5-1 with a $50 bet on the line, but what are you gonna do? Bet's a bet. See how it goes, man. Spencer, any closing thoughts?
Nope. Hit them long and straight.
That's right. All right, brother. Guys, thank you for joining. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. Go ahead and follow Three Wiggle Golf Co. S Osborne 40 on Instagram, and we'll see you next week for some final thoughts on Players Championship. We'll see if Scotty Scheffler can run it back 3 for 3. Take care, y'all.
Alrighty.
Peace, buddy.